Upsetting is the threat of military action in Nigeria and a halt to aid if our government fails to stop the killing of Christians. Somebody, please tell President Donald Trump that religious freedom is our identity. Again, we fall back on you, BKO. These are not the best of times. These are times that try men's souls, especially those in government.
Yes, I think that what President Trump has done has really come to Nigerian leaders as a root shock. Mm-hmm. But in my view, this is what they should have expected. And we didn't do enough to stop this from happening. Maybe we thought it will not get to this point. But knowing Trump for his volatile and unpredictable nature, we should have seen this coming. When President Buhari visited Donald Trump after he won the election, President Trump asked him in the presence of journalists, say, why are you people killing Christians in Nigeria? I still remember they were sitting opposite one another, eyeball to eyeball, and he asked that question. President Buhari said, no, that is not happening. Christians, we are not killing Christians, because somehow they've come to believe that there is official complicity in the killing of Christians, especially in the North Central. The North Central states of Plateau, Benue, parts of Nasarawa, where farming communities had consistently come under attack of criminal headsmen.
Yeah.
When these attacks happen, the bulk of the people get killed are Christians. And we've seen some clerics shoot videos, even with corpses of those victims. These are the videos that Trump and his minders had seen. And so Trump had harbored this notion for more than 8 years.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yes. During his first presidency, he had this notion, and he asked our president. Now, to him, this has not stopped. We've not found a way to defeat the criminal headsmen who are invading communities, killing people, and getting away with it.
Yeah.
What incenses me is the attempt to make it look like the Nigerian government has a hand in it.
Okay.
Everyone knows that government does not have a hand in this. You can blame government that government has not been able to rein in these people. You can blame government for its inability to stop these killings. But you cannot say that government has a hand in it. The armed forces need to do a lot better at protecting those communities in the North Central. But there is a danger in not even containing those killings to that area, because we saw what happened in Owo when some a faction of Boko Haram descended on Owo, the Catholic Church in Owo, and killed people. All of these reports they read abroad, and they come to believe that, oh, it's Christians that have been targeted.
Yeah.
In 2011 or thereabout, 2010, 2011, Boko Haram in its killing campaign targeted Christians, targeted churches, because they wanted a religious war to break out. They wanted Christians to retaliate by killing Muslims and all that. When that didn't happen, their goal of causing the dismemberment of our country failed. Their desire did not come to pass. After that, they started attacking Muslims, attacking mosques, killing clerics that fail to teach their own variant of Islam. This is another side of the story that the people who are pushing this aggressively do not bear in mind. Muslims in Niger State, especially in the Shiroro area, Muslims are being killed. In Katsina, during prayers, bandits will storm a mosque, kill Muslims, and take away some, so that they can then ask for ransom from those ones. So the killing is not limited to Christians alone. We should all be worried about how non-state actors are taking the lives of Nigerians. But it is not like it is the Christians alone that are being killed. I want to see the killings in the North Central stop. The same way that I want to see the killings by bandits in the Northwest and the killings by Boko Haram in the Northeast. Stop.
Yeah,
this is what we should be. This is what we need to do. But Trump has muddled everything up now and made it look like, oh, it is the Christians alone that are being targeted. The government has a hand in it.
Yeah.
That is that is what we should not allow him to continue to do. Our president should have issued a statement before now.
Yeah.
At the time when Senator Ted Cruz and others were saying all that nonsense, we should have come up with a strong rebuttal. By our refusal to, as a government, strongly oppose what was going on, we've allowed a window for Trump to think that, oh, maybe we are guilty, that's why we didn't strongly deny this thing as a government. Now it's come out to say, okay, we are killing. We are supporting the killing of Christians, and now they are going to deny us aid. He's even threatening us with a military action.
I was going to come to that. You know,
nobody should dismiss. Nobody should dismiss what is a man who wakes up and renames the Department of Defense, Department of War. You cannot. You don't write him off. Don't assume that he cannot come to Nigeria and drop some bombs here and there. It's something that he can do.
Okay.
Did he take anybody's permission before going to Iran to drop bombs on Iran and destroy substantially their nuclear program?
Yeah.
So we need to do much better in terms of our management of our foreign affairs so that this sort of things will not happen. And the embarrassment, the potential embarrassment, you can imagine Trump calling our country a disgraced country. The potential embarrassment that will happen from a unilateral bombing of part of Nigeria, which he has promised to do, is something that we do not want to see.
BK, aren't you rather surprised that as we are a sovereign country, aren't you surprised at the intemperate language of a President Trump, who his mantra is MAGA, MAGA, Make America Great Again?
Well, I'm not surprised because I know him very well. I was very happy when, against America's Leahy law, he decided to sell to Kano jets to us.
Okay.
You know, I was really grateful, something that Obama refused to sell to us. Obama did not just refuse to sell American weapons to us. He also went as far as stopping us from buying from third-party elements like Israel. Like the Chinook helicopters, which can be used for troop insertion, it can be used as air ambulance, and it can be fitted with weapons. One of the best ground attack helicopters that Americans have. He refused to allow us buy it. And I suspect that there's even political undertone to this. Because we need to know those who are behind this.
All right.
The Americans suddenly turned against Goodluck Jonathan in the final days, and Jonathan himself said,
Yeah.
So there is, in my view, my considered view, a political undertone to what we are seeing.
Thank you, BKO. Thank you.
And the government has to manage it properly.
All right. Asuko, the president's wife is a Christian. We have not heard from any angle that he has persuaded her to become an apostate, leave Christianity, you know. So religious freedom is here.
Yes, exactly.
So where is this coming from?
You know, the thing is, even me, I'm coming from the church, you know. So that is number one. Number two, I have not heard our president, most times the president, as in President Tinubu, speaks concerning Nigeria's unity and diversity. He speaks glowingly about his wife being a Christian. He met with, you know, some religious leaders recently, we can.
Yeah.
And he also said the same thing. And he said that we all worship and we pray to the same God. BKO said something before I go back. And it is our inability to manage the situation, this particular situation. Because I know as far back as September, I was hearing about Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
You know, saying this thing about Christian genocide and all that.
Of course, you know, this would have come from somewhere.
Yes, you know, and I was hoping that by then, and the National Assembly, because I know there was a time they were saying they want to send delegates to the U.S. What happened? Why didn't they send the delegates to the U.S. to have, you know, to discuss and talk with Ted Cruz and the rest other lawmakers, Republican lawmakers?
Asuko, add
you know,
to that.
And then even our foreign affairs.
Yeah.
What were they doing before this thing escalated to the extent that Donald Trump will now be threatening us with military action?
Do you know we still don't have an ambassador? No, hold on. It's part of it. Our ambassador, if we had one in the United States, would have broached the matter with them. But it is true we didn't react as we should.
You know, we didn't react as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this thing started before September. And we are already in November. So